Hello everyone, this is Rohit Prajapat. Welcome to my YouTube channel, World of Watches. And here I am back with unboxing and a review of one of the most awaited project watch from HMT. This watch is very close to my heart. This watch took approximately 2 years of time to come into reality. This watch has been designed by people who love HMT and conceptualized by people who love HMT. This is made by people who love HMT. It's not just a company release, it is a release of so many wishes, I would say. I can say so many things about this watch, but first of all, let me tell you about what is it. So I have a very beautiful box with me, and this box was given to me from HMT showroom. I was one of the luckiest person to receive this watch from showroom. Other people will receive this watch from website and from our group order also, which is already in action, and people are already receiving these watches. So this beautiful box, the HMT Pride of India, is given to me by HMT officials, and I, just like any other people, I also have placed the order of one of the watch. And without making you wait a lot, let me present to you HMT Himalaya. The story of HMT Himalaya is very unique. This is not any review, guys. This is actually my story. This is story of people whom I'm connected with. This is the story of people who think that if you really think of something great, it can be achieved. This is the story of people who actually make things possible. Those who give confidence to me also. Okay, let me just tell you the story of Himalaya from the beginning. So first of all, the concept actually of Himalaya came out of nothing. I would say came out of nothing. It is so simple concept that it could just either come with the most simplest of thoughts or would never come in your mind ever. Me and my friend Biswajit Saha, we both were talking over the phone. He loved one watch from HMT, and that watch was HMT Pramod. He said that there are possibilities that we can actually get a watch which may represent the elements of the watch itself, represent something which is associated with its name. So we came to, he said that the watch name could be anything. The watch could be, let's say, Himalaya. He just simply said it. It could be a Himalaya, it could be having a fluted bezel and all. And it clicked in my mind. I just thought, oh my god, Himalaya. It's like how HMT could miss this name, HMT Himalaya. HMT has sold thousands and lakhs of Kailash, and HMT never thought of Himalaya. It's actually so ironical that this particular element, this particular monument, this particular name that is associated to the soul of India was never made by HMT. I couldn't actually get out of my mind that night. I did not sleep. I thought that something has to be done, something, at least we can approach HMT and can we just do something about it. But it was a long story. If you guys want to know the whole story, you can continue watching this video. And if you want to just see the review of this particular watch, then you can fast forward and go to the further portion. I'll tell you from what timing the review will start. So what happened is, that day when we were discussing about it, we already had some things in our mind, and immediately my friend Biswajit, he made a small cut copy paste of some of the watches, and he was trying to make a snowflake dial out of the watch. Snowflake dial, the pointy dolphin hands, and at the same time he also wanted to keep it as a fluted bezel. He is fond of fluted bezel. So what happened is, we thought, okay, let's just make this design perfect first, and then we can go and approach HMT about it. So then came the time to introduce one more my friend, my very beloved friend, Kshitij Kumar. Kshitij Kumar is he's a student in a university, and he is very good at designing things. He has designed our previous projects also, and he has always helped us in making new things, great things. Kshitij, when I introduced the idea of HMT Himalaya to Kshitij, he was also surprised and he said, "Bhaiya, ये तो बहुत amazing concept है, and this we should definitely make." And within probably 3 or 4 days, Kshitij came up with a raw design of HMT Himalaya, and that was very nice, perfect. In fact, the logo of mountain, everything was all designed from the beginning itself. These ideas were mixed, more and more ideas came in on the paper, came in the design, and then finally we came to a particular design where HMT could actually do that particular watch. Because if you are thinking about the capability of HMT and you are thinking about the dial has to be snowflake, it doesn't really work, because the dial could be snowflake but HMT can't make it, at least not today. There would have been times when HMT has made amazing dials. So what happened, he gave the design to me, and wow, the design was awesome, the design was perfect. The topic, this entire thing, the design, everything was done in 2020, not even 2021. In fact, in 2020, September or October of 2020, we got the design from Kshitij, and then I posted the design just to get a feedback about this particular watch on our Facebook group, World of HMT. So people went crazy about this particular design, because for the first time the watch was having a steel fluted bezel after a long time. I would not say first time, after a long time, after HMT Pramod, the first time in the current scenario we got to see a fluted bezel which was steel. We got to see these pointed dolphin hands, and these dolphin hands also were used by HMT only in one watch ever, and that one watch was HMT Jawahar. So we thought, okay, let's probability of getting this watch, the combination of these hands and the combination of this fluted bezel, will that even be possible? Because we were talking about making this watch from the scratch. Always we had been given some advice that okay, you should go for the Janta case if you want to go for a project, or you should go for the Kohinoor case or some case which is already there with HMT. But that was not the case with us. Either Himalaya was supposed to be like this, or it was never be made again. So we were very sure about it कि बनेगा तो ऐसा ही बनेगा, नहीं तो नहीं बनाएंगे. कि okay, we can wait for eternity, but we will not let Himalaya compromise in its design. So then when I got this particular idea and I posted this idea on Facebook, I still remember many people called me and told me, यार तुम्हारा design तो बहुत अच्छा है, it's very nice design, but HMT will not do it. Why HMT will not do it? So then people said that HMT has never released a watch with a new name, at least not for project people. You can only associate watch with Janta or Pilot or Kohinoor. It has to be Janta. Like for example, recently there was one Janta Ganda Berunda was released. It was still a Janta. But for us, this thing was not Janta, it was not Kohinoor, it was not Pilot, it was something new from the scratch, as I am telling you. This video is going to be long, guys, but I have to get my emotions out if I don't tell you the story of this watch. For inception of this watch, from the manufacturing, from the production to the delivery, everyone has given a lot of efforts. I have to speak about those people. Otherwise, it would not be fair to them. It would not be fair to the hard work that they have done. So what happened is, I still remember that day when I posted on Facebook, people, all of them were commenting from everywhere, and they were suggesting things like the dial has to be snowflake and all. But I knew that we have to be realistic when it comes to HMT making a dial. Then one of my friend, late Prashant Pandey, he was like brother to me. Now he's not there. he also called me. I feel very sad because I miss him. I miss him because he called me immediately and he told, Rohit, क्या concept है तेरा? इतना बढ़िया नाम. It's amazing. It's everything that a person want in a watch. You have got promote case, you have got silverish dial, you have got Jawahar's hand. You are making a perfect watch. But बात वही है रोहित, that HMT has a problem with listing a new name in their watch list. I said, भाई ठीक है, try तो करते हैं. Then I asked him, do you have any contacts? So he said that for time being, the point of contact is one person and I don't want to reveal the name of the person. And I also had the same person in my mind because I knew that, okay, if someone is going to do this, it's going to be that one person in HMT who actually still does lot of project, helps people in getting watches and so things. Okay, but yeah, he's an HMT official, so I can't reveal his name. And then we also talked a little bit more about the design and everything, and he also gave his input. I wish he would have been here today. I wish he would have had this watch in his hand and he would have said to me कि रोहित, तुमने और तुम्हारी टीम ने कर दिखाया यार, कर दिखाया. So I know प्रशांत भाई, you are watching us from high up there. ऊपर से आप देख रहे हो और आप खुश हो रहे होगे, आप खुशी होगे. You are a true collector. आप खुश होगे, मुझे पता है. So yeah, then finally when we got this entire idea and everything from people, everything, I wrote a very good note about Himalaya and I wrote a mail to the HMT officials. HMT official said, thank you very much, we will revert back on it. I still have the mail with me. It is written in 2020 and so many people at that moment also were saying to me that, okay, तुम करके देख लो, ये होता नहीं है, it won't happen. And probably few of them still don't believe that HMT has released Himalaya. So I want to show this watch to them also, those who did not believe in us and those who thought that it is impossible and those who thought कि ये नया लड़का कर क्या लेगा. So this is for you guys too. After this, I met HMT officials again and again and I finally got a confirmation from them कि ठीक है, we will try to release the watch, but you have to give us time. Time foundation नहीं होना चाहिए. I said okay, I have no problem. How much time? Fine, probably 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, कितना time? So he said no, time foundation should not be there. We have problem with the case. We don't have the case anymore. We don't even have Jawahar hands also. So the dials can be made very easily, but these other things we don't have. So you have to give us time. I said okay, I'm ready. In meanwhile, so many people kept on asking me, Rohit bhai क्या हुआ? अरे हिमालय का क्या हुआ? And उसमें hands कौन से लग रहे हैं? उसका केस तो नहीं बदल दोगे? मैंने कहा कुछ भी नहीं बदलेगा. Nothing will change unless things stays as it is. We are not gonna release the watch. It could have come very easily in Kohinoor case. It could have come in any other case. I didn't want this watch to be linked to any currently released watch. So, and of course, this is much more important than any other watch. So we waited, and finally one day I got a call that we have made a prototype of Himalaya. We think that it will look like that watch, and we liked your design. We have already made. I went to HMT Jalahalli ABD building and he showed me a promote case. A watch in it was Vijay and it had Jawahar hands and it looked awesome. It was not even Himalaya and it looked awesome. I said, do you see what I see in it? He said to me, yes, you are right. What you are saying is right. I don't know how we didn't assemble these all beautiful elements of design together. Why didn't we put a silver sunburst dial with these pointed indices, with these dolphin hands, with this in the fluted bezel? Why we never did it, I really don't know. So I said, okay, now if you really feel, will you make it? So उसने बोला yes, we'll definitely make it. After 6 months, I got another call that yes, we have got the first batch of Himalaya. dials, and I want to show it to you. At that time, the Himalaya dials were having some issues, because the Himalaya that you are seeing over here, the font was not that great. In fact, the font was touching the HMT logo so much in that time, and this mountain logo also was not so precise. It was a bit clumsy, which we did not like. So we said, okay, I don't mind, but it can be perfected, and the people listened to me. I am so glad, and I find myself truly blessed that whenever we do something good, the good people come together and they help me, right? So HMT people said, okay, we'll go for another batch of Himalaya dial, and by the time we will also get the case. It took them 1 year, 8 months of time to bring this watch into reality. But look at this. Behold, today I'm not saying that this is the perfect watch, but I'm saying this is one of the most perfect release from HMT in recent times. And this is a watch that no one will hate. Unless you hate me, you will not hate this. So this is a watch. This is a watch worth having. Let me tell you about the watch now. The story is over. So that's how the watch came. Finally, we got a limited edition of 100 watches, which is, of course, we deserve that. We have in our entire team, let me tell you the name of the team: Rohit Prajapat, Tushar Sharma, Biswajit Saha, Kshitij Kumar, Sumit Shetty, and few more people. They all are associated and gave their inputs. They did their part, and they finally came up with this timepiece, this masterpiece. And of course, HMT officials. I cannot thank enough to HMT people. They listen to us. That is so profound to say here, that HMT listened to us and they made this watch. So it was a dream come true. Trust me. Why I'm speaking so much about this watch? Because it was like impossible thing. If we hadn't thought, if we hadn't approached, if we hadn't followed them, it would have never had happened. So this is so special. This is so very special to us. And finally, when the time came, I got my box. Yeah, so I've got over here the warranty card also, and the warranty card. Let me just show you the warranty card over here. It says HMT Himalaya. Because it is in Pramod case, you will find a P written over here. LE limited edition of 100 watches. So this you will get over here 25421. So this is a cash bill number and everything. So this is the warranty card. This is a very nice box that they have given, and they are so I would say they are very happy to provide a very nice box actually in all our orders. Our previous order was also limited edition of Janta Blue Hand. It was a limited edition of 50 watches. So it's a nice pillow also over here. So let's not talk about these all boxes and everything so much. Let's see over here. Look at the watch. आपने अभी तक after 20 minutes का वीडियो हो गया, watch ही तो देख रहे हैं, right? My pitch when I approached HMT, it was that most of the watches in HMT have names, but their names are not associated with the design of the watch. So why can't we just make a watch that where the name associates with the whole design, everything about that watch speaks about that name? And yes, it is Himalaya. Himalaya has a lot of peaks. Do you know Himalaya, the whole Trans-Himalayan region and the Himalayan region has more than 100 peaks? And those all 100 peaks are shown over here in the terms of flutes over here. A silver sunburst dial that glows like whenever the first sun ray falls on the snow of Himalaya, it just glows like that. This purplish or the bluish indices, these bluish second hand, and the blue mountain logo also indicates Himalaya, and of course these dolphin hands makes it more crisp, right? The dolphin hands are the best decision we have ever taken. Actually, HMT was suggesting other hands also, and we were adamant on one thing, that at least our limited edition has to be dolphin hands. I don't know what they'll do about the non-limited edition, but we all will get dolphin hands over here. It's also written over here, you can see Parashock 17 joules, which has 0231 moment. brand new. The strap quality of this watch is one of the best so far. Best so far. This is a blue, dark blue strap. Maybe in light it must be looking like a black, but it is not black. The case over here looks like any ordinary case which you can find in market, but it is not. This case is specially made by HMT. It is not an aftermarket case which is picked up by HMT. It is made by HMT. Maybe they must have given some order to some of the company, but this is specially made for our watch, and the crown is very smooth over here in this particular watch. Okay, and you can just wind and set the time. Because I can say why this case is very special and is made specially by HMT for our watch, because so far I haven't seen a fluted bezel case which has press fit case back. Most of the fluted bezel cases will have transparent case back or the stainless steel case back, but they all will be screwed down case back. You will have to screw them. Okay, and those screwed down case back will actually be, you will never be able to differentiate the original from the duplicate. So that's kudos to HMT actually. Thank you very much for making this as a special case and special case back. On top of that, you can see how special this watch has become. It's written water resistant, it is written shock proof, it is written stainless steel back. You can see and read over here, it's written Himalaya, the crown of India. There is a mountain logo over here, then HMT and H logo, of course. The date of release 22/02/001, which says that this watch was made in year 22. Probably 020 says either moment number or February, and 01 is the factory release, the Bangalore factory. Okay, so 01 they always use this one. India, and this watch has the case back of limited edition of 100. Those who will get this watch from website will probably get the same case back, but the limited edition of 100 will not be written on that. This other things will remain same. Himalaya, the crown of India, everything will be there. This watch actually reminds me of Seiko Alpinist also, which has the similar kind of case back. And yeah, this is our Alpinist, right? So yes, this is also very special. So we have got a special warranty card, we have got a special case back, we have got a special watch altogether, and the flutes of this case actually are also very fine as compared to the aftermarket fluted bezel case, which is also one thing to behold. Okay, so here this watch is right in front of you guys, and this watch teaches me one thing. If you want something to happen, you have to work on it. If you think that you can help community, if you can help HMT, you have to finally get something so special that no one can miss it. We have placed order of 100 watches. Each watch cost approximately 3,000 rupees. If we note down or calculate, I really don't want to get into numbers, but in one single day with this design, HMT has done the business of 3 lakh rupees. And that is my part that we could do for HMT. That we could do for our Indian company that was struggling for orders, struggling for survival, still struggling. That is something like we could do as a collectors. So this is one thing. Second thing this watch teaches to me is, it's actually a very good lesson to me that you shouldn't listen to your critics. Positive critics is one thing, but there are so many people who used to not believe into me, and they used to think, "Arey, ye to kabhi nahi ho payega. This is not possible." Yes, let me be a bit blunt and say that yes, it is possible. If you think and you approach in right people at right time, things can happen. And this watch is a clear example of "Arey, ye to nahi ho payega." So ye dekho, ye ho gaya, right? And everyone is enjoying the watch. So